I think many of you have heard of the remarkable victory of the English under Henry V over the outnumbered French at the Battle of Agincourt, and how English discipline and training prevailed over French anarchy. However, during this battle an incident occurred that earned King Henry of England the nickname of cutthroat. After the French troops lost their commanders in battle, a mass surrender began. The English were delighted at the prospect, anticipating impressive ransoms for hundreds of captured French knights. By the way, the captives were treated quite humanely, leaving them in the care of their servants and trusting the honest French. The battle was coming to its logical conclusion if it were not for one thing. Suddenly a local lord, Battle of Agincourt, appears on the battlefield. He appears completely unexpectedly to the English in their rear, hoping to attack an unprotected wagon train. By the way, this cart contained the entire English treasury as well as the crown of Henry. In the heat of battle, he thought the French had brought fresh forces and the course of the battle would soon be reversed. It should not be forgotten that the French initially outnumbered the English, so Henry was not overly frightened that the prisoners would take up arms and return to battle. So he gave an order that would later cause a great deal of censure. Here is how a participant of the battle, Jean Lefebvre, recalled this bloody episode. The King of England ordered everyone to kill his prisoner, but those who owned them did not want to kill them because they hoped for a large ransom. Then the English king, seeing that no one was going to kill their captives, appointed one nobleman with 200 archers and ordered him to kill all the captives. The aforementioned squire carried out this ruthless order of the king, and the French nobles were murdered in cold blood and their heads and faces crushed, and there was no sadder sight than this. Some of the noble captives such as the Dukes of Orleans and Bourbon, Marshal Boucicault and a few others escaped the terrible fate. Most of the rest were mercilessly murdered. At this time the nobility of France taken prisoner were either put up for sale like vile herds of slaves or perished at the hands of obscure soldiers, sorrowfully exclaimed Friar Saint Denis. O eternal shame, O misfortune and calamity! It is one thing if consolation of heart and soothing of pain for men is the thought that they have been defeated by adversaries of noble birth and acknowledged merit. And double the shame and double the disgrace of being defeated by commoners without birth or tribe. As you understand, the very fact that common peasants and archers executed knights defies all description. However, the execution of prisoners had no effect in the outcome of the battle. Contemporaries generally did not reproach Henry for his cruel order, because it was rather forced. After all, the outcome of the battle could have changed at any second. English historians have also questioned the claim that thousands of French knights were killed, since the English knights had initially refused to kill prisoners, citing nobility. But in fact for fear of losing a good ransom. And 200 archers simply physically would not have had time to deal with the enemy in such a short period of time. In any case, it was Seigneur Agincourt's initiative that led to the brutal massacre on the battlefield. Thank you very much for watching. I have a small request to you. If it is not difficult for you, please put a like under the video. Bye.